This poem's called Big Society, on a conversation in the Foundling Museum. They'd only take it abroad, she says, of friends harbouring such stocks of cash it makes my eyes water. Taxes for suckers, she says, not friends sucking at the teat of lax laws, looting what little we have. Here in the Foundling Museum, lest we forget, children cast adrift on the moon's far side, babies born in the sins of others, illegitimate in the eyes of a society more beam than mote. Abandoned, destitute, lost and left for dead, but for charity. No thanks to those who'd count the cost. A lunchtime break affords a chance for a chat among frosted trails of frail ghosts in the glass. A lancing pain of loneliness lingers deep in the brickwork. Such lack of love you could carve out of the air from poverty of purse and pulse. My husband says, she says. I cram my sandwich into my mouth, what I really want to ram it into hers. My husband says they'd only spend it on food, whereas we drive the economy with our purchases. The poor are always with us, so they might as well be useful. I have a little man who comes in and makes a lovely footstool, skin-like leather from al fresco living. Oh, it's heavenly. Who needs a holiday when sunshine's free? Never mind. I'm sure you'll find a way to charge for that as well. Bloated public services, she whines, have sent the country into steep decline, especially in the horrible monolithic NHS. Meanwhile, banks bloat to the size of the nation state, grown fat on all the pies they ate. Too big to fail, too powerful to divest them of directors who should be jailed for their mess. Crisis of such magnitude, we cannot press them to pay for the lives they spat out. Too much clout, too much weight to throw about, by far. Here is the miracle. We grow poorer, and yet we birth billionaires like stars in a nebula. Get this paradox. We are the world's 6th richest economy, but the poor pay a higher proportion of tax, while the rich lie back and dream of pools, Porsches and ponies, barely aware of the phony war on the deficit waged way down there, in realms of despair where the pampered don't play. What work of depravity is a man who amasses more than he can spend in a lifespan? Such excesses of economics are the great uglifier. No wonder you need Botox. No wonder you have to plump up thin, mean lips with collagen. Ice-faced from toxins, no amount of money can thaw your tax-free frozen soul. How much food can you eat before you choke? How many clothes can you wear before you share? You think you rock in your 10 grand frock? You think you have charm with a 10 grand bag on your arm? What breed of heartless hag wears more than can feed a family of 4 for a year? Finance knows no frontiers, while poor working stiffs wait sick at the border. Money flies, defying laws of physics. It imposes chaotic order. It shapes the laws of man, obstructed only in the final breath from transit from life to death. I wish it was like the dead, who cannot take it with them. If only we could turn our ports into hell gates where, across the Styx, a triple-headed hound harries the rich like fearsome officers do to migrant workers. Remove all on exit. You came into the world with nothing. You leave with nothing. Anything to declare? Complaints at that desk over there. Let heaven thunder, bring fire from gods to man, lead lost girls into the light at last, when fiscal flight threatens to strip us to the bone. when our livers are pecked out day after day and rivers run red with our blood. To keep a rotten bark afloat, sink it. Move mountains and shift borders from spirit world to flesh, chip and pin their cash, liberate their stash, nail their bollocks to the floor, bolt the windows, lock the door, shock 'em, dock 'em, do whatever it takes to stop 'em, turn loot to gelt, filthy lucre to gold, in service to those who slaved to make their plunder, who sold their labour for a bare square meal. You, who are going under, heal, take back from those who steal, rise into the light of the sun. This is what I feel during a conversation in the Foundling Museum.